What's going on, everybody? I'm Chris Pretzemeter here on the call of a second game of a doubleheader between the West Virginia Mountaineers and Central Michigan today. West Virginia yesterday finished Central Michigan off with a 5-4 win after being down 2-0, scored 4 unanswered, and ended up winning 5-4. We will bring you in here now for the starting lineups and the announcements, and we'll be back for the puck drop. What's going on, everybody? We're back here for the puck drop at center ice. Again, I'm Chris Pretzemeter on the call today alongside Quinn Kuski, who's just getting up to me right now and about to throw on the headset for that color commentating today. This is the second game of a doubleheader between the two teams. West Virginia, like I said earlier, won a very good 5-4 match yesterday, and today they will be looking to win again. What do you think they can do today, Quinn, to come out with a W like yesterday?
They got to play like they did in the second period yesterday. Both the first and the third periods left a lot to be desired from this Mountaineers team for me. And they've just got to clean up some of the careless mistakes that they made, bad passing, bad turnovers. And if they do that, I think they should be able to cruise to another win today.
West Virginia with the puck here, back behind Bobby Z. Forsyth trying to move the puck up in the center ice. He's able to do so as Shepard picks the puck up and drops it back in behind the Central Michigan goaltender. We have a dead puck here.
Chase Shepard there going with one of my favorite plays. You know, the long flip. You come right out and just toss one down the ice and see what happens. And maybe you can land with one of your guys in stride. If it happens, it's a great play. If not, you come back to center ice, drop the puck for a draw.
Yeah, we saw a whole lot of dumping yesterday back and fighting on the boards behind the goalkeepers yesterday, so we might be seeing a lot of that today again here as Central Michigan wins the face-off. Central Michigan pushing it back into West Virginia territory. Chilla here meeting Central Michigan player here with the puck, trying to win it back for them. West Virginia pushing up here with Buckley switching the ice over to Lane. Lane pushing it and dumping it back behind the Central Michigan goalkeeper. Central Michigan picks up the puck here, trying to get it out of their zone. Moving it into neutral ice and trying to dump it back behind into West Virginia's zone. Puck swings back around Bobby Z, and it's met by Collins here on the left side. Collins then clears it up the ice and tries to get a West Virginia clearance, but it turns into an icing, and we'll bring it back.
You know, I like that play by Forsyth right over there along the far wall. Right as Central Michigan went to enter that zone, it was dumped around, but Forsyth went and finished his check even just a little bit after that puck got let go. And that's a clean play. That's legal. And it reminds that Central Michigan player next time he's entering the ice, he's going to get hit if he tries to dump it.
West Virginia on the face-off win there. Forsyth then sends it back around the other side of the ice, and Bellamore meets it there. Sends it back over to Forsyth, and Forsyth tries to push it up into neutral ice zone. West Virginia is able to get the puck into neutral ice and push it into the Central Michigan territory, where Central Michigan picks it up and takes it back behind their goalkeeper. Central Michigan tries to get a cross-ice pass, but West Virginia then picks it up. Beal here with the puck, dropping it back over to Collins, who then puts it right back on Beal's stick. Beal gets met here at the boards by a Central Michigan player, and Central Michigan now has the puck back behind Bobby Z. Central Michigan trying to move the puck into the slot. They are able to do so, but the puck's bouncing around and no one gets a good stick on it there. West Virginia is able to clear it out. Central Michigan here with the puck, swinging it back around the left side of the ice. Big hit there by the blue line for Central Michigan. Collins pushes it up here, grabs the puck, and is trying to get it out of West Virginia territory. He's able to clear it up into Central Michigan territory, but the referees will call an icing.
That's not good for West Virginia. You're now 2 minutes into the game, and you've iced it twice. The only two stoppages in play have been those icings, and in both times you had tired legs on the ice. Collins has been on since the last icing. Sable and Belmore, they have as well. Those guys are gassed, and they want to get off for a change.
West Virginia there with the puck winning, brings it back over around to Collins, who puts it on here to Bellamore, and they try to clear the zone. West Virginia is able to clear the zone, and now they try to meet Central Michigan player in central ice. West Virginia cuts off a cross-ice pass in neutral ice. West Virginia goes for the line change. They're able to do it safely and keep the puck back in their zone right now, where they're being pressured by Central Michigan. Beal here with the puck, pressured by Central Michigan, lays it off to Brennan, who then cross ice, passes it over to Evangelista, who had a huge game yesterday, scoring 3 goals and grabbing a hat trick. Evangelista still with the pressure back behind the Central Michigan goalkeeper. Delaney there getting a great steal from the right corner of the ice, and West Virginia puts it in the slot and puts a great shot on net, who's saved by Central Michigan. West Virginia still trying to keep the puck back there behind the Central Michigan goalkeeper, and Delaney will be able to get the puck still in that zone. West Virginia swings it back around the Central Michigan goalkeeper and tries to reach it back on the other side. They are able to do so, and Forsyth here with the shot from the blue line, and it just goes out left. Delaney trying to get that puck back, but he's unable to get it as Central Michigan clears their zone, and it goes down for... And the press will call off the icing there. No icing as the Central Michigan player gets there first. A couple players tripped up over on the left sides, but the refs deem it a clean play, and they will keep playing. Forsyth with the puck here, switches it all the way over to the other side, where Chilla is here with the puck. Central Michigan with the steal before West Virginia leaves the zone, but West Virginia quickly getting the puck back and letting it out to Evangelista, who puts it back behind the Central Michigan goalkeeper. Central Michigan here now with the puck in center ice. Quickly cut off there by Brennan in the center ice for West Virginia. West Virginia here looking for the slot shot, and they're not able to get it on net. Central Michigan pushing through center ice here, quickly getting into the West Virginia territory. They split two defenders, but Bobby Z is able to corral the puck and get a face-off in front of him.
And Bobby Z, that man, he's got a fan base behind him. Seems like no matter where he's at, whether it's in the stadium at come game time or in our comments section here on the YouTube hockey networks, Bobby Z's got people behind him all the time.
Buckley here for the face-off. He's able to win it and get the puck over to Beal, who is being pressured on the boards here right in front of us. Buckley pushing up the ice here, pushing it into central ice zone, neutral ice zone. Central Michigan here dipping it back behind Bobby Z and getting to the puck first before Beal can get there. Beal on the pressure here for against Central Michigan, Central Michigan looking for the slot shot, and it's cut off by a West Virginia defender. Beal here with the puck, not being pressured. He puts it on to the right side and gets it back. Quickly pushes it over to Collins, who's on the left side and being pressured by a couple of Central Michigan attackers. West Virginia tries to put the puck back into Central Michigan's zone, and they are unable to do so as it gets sent back out to neutral ice. Collins with the puck here, getting pressured by a Central Michigan attacker. Switches the puck all the way over to Forsyth, who then tries to put it into Central ice, but Central Michigan steals it quickly. Collins with a great check up to the top, and now he has a great opportunity here, looking for the shot, and it's a great save by the Central Michigan goaltender.
Yeah, Collins, he's a great two-way defenseman. He can really do it all. If you want him to make a few plays in the backside for you, he'll make that happen just fine. But if you need him to pinch in and get up on the attack, you've seen what he can produce right there. Reminds me a lot, if you want to go with an NHL comparison, Erik Karlsson. Plays very similar style game to Erik Karlsson.
West Virginia on the face-off win there, but it's quickly met by Central Michigan and pushed up into center ice. Forsyth meets the puck there as it crosses the blue line and sends it right back into the Central Michigan territory. Central Michigan with the puck here back behind their goaltender. They swing it around over to the left side of the ice, and West Virginia quickly meets it and tries to keep that puck back behind the Central Michigan goaltender. West Virginia puts it into the slot, tries to get a shot on, but there's nobody there to connect a good one on net. Central Michigan then pushes it all the way up the ice and over here in front of us, where a big hit is laid on Forsyth here on the boards right here. Bellamore here pushing the puck through center ice, trying to get a good opportunity for West Virginia. Looking for the wrist shot on the left, but he decides not to take it. Brings it back around and drops it off to Chilla, who is near the blue line and tries to get a shot on goal. The Central Michigan goalie, tries to cover it up, and he gets it out back behind his goal, and Central Michigan now is pushing into West Virginia territory. Central Michigan with the puck here tries to drop it off to one of his players, just leaves the zone, and Central Michigan tries to get a center ice shot, but it goes over the goal. West Virginia having a little trouble here getting the puck out of their zone. Central Michigan's able to take it, but West Virginia quickly gets it back and pushes it up the ice with Brennan. Brennan moving it into the offensive zone here for West Virginia. Tries to get a shot on, but he's met by two Central Michigan defenders, and Central Michigan's goaltender covers it up.
Yeah, Brennan there is a great push into the zone, but he found himself trying to take on the entire Central Michigan team by himself. Right there, you want to try to put on the brakes maybe, try to gain a little bit more time, let your teammates catch up and get some help, because you're just not going to make a great chance happen. But I'd say the best case scenario out of this right here was an offensive zone draw, which they got.
Delaney there with the face-off win. Brennan meets a Central Michigan player here on the boards, trying to win that puck back quickly. Delaney and Brennan still fighting for that puck back behind the Central Michigan goalkeeper. West Virginia is able to win it back. They try to find a slot pass, but it's met quickly by a Central Michigan defender and brought back into center ice. Beal here meets the puck and puts it all the way back up to Evangelista, who has the puck in the offensive zone. He puts on a shot, and Central Michigan's goaltender has a kick save and covers it up with his glove.
You got to think that Central Michigan's keyed into Evangelista this game. After what he did last night, you got to think he's coming out here hot. I mean, it hasn't even been 24 hours. That stick might still be smoking, so watch out.
Yeah, huge day yesterday by Evangelista. 3 big, huge goals, I think, in a span of 8 minutes, I'd say, unless he had that first one in the first period. But, oh no, excuse me, they didn't have a goal in the first period. Central Michigan here with the puck swinging back behind their goaltender and meeting it on the other side. West Virginia takes that away before they're able to clear the zone, and Hoffnagel tries to get a shot from the outside left, but it just soars wide. Forsyth here meeting the puck back in his zone, and he's being pressured by a Central Michigan defender. He lays it off over to Hogan, who's having a little bit of trouble here getting the puck out behind Bobby Z. West Virginia trying to clear the puck here, but Central Michigan cuts it off, finds it at the blue line, and works it around to their left side. Central Michigan with the wrister on to the net, and Bobby Z then puts it out wide with his right mitt. Central Michigan still with the puck here in West Virginia territory. Forsyth there meets the Central Michigan player there on the wall and is able to steal the puck and switch it over to Hogan, who puts it up to the blue line, and it's stolen by a Central Michigan player, then tries to put it back in the slot. Hogan here with the puck, looking to reset and get a good pass, try to get this puck out of the West Virginia zone and out of the pressure. Central Michigan again able to keep it in West Virginia's territory. They try to find a player in the slot here. They're able to do so, but he's not able to control it, and West Virginia is now going the other way.
Well, there's a big hit.
West Virginia dumps the puck back behind Central Michigan's goaltender again, where Central Michigan meets it. Central Michigan dipping the puck back behind Bobby Z again. No one there to meet it as West Virginia grabs the puck. Central Michigan with a great steal back, puts it in the slot, and he's unable to find his other player, and they are unable to get a shot on goal here as West Virginia moves into Central Michigan's territory. West Virginia with an opportunity there, almost Shepard getting the shot off, but he's unable to do so as he's met by a Central Michigan defender. West Virginia trying to keep the puck in Central Michigan territory, but Central Michigan goalie covers it up.
Early on, we got a pretty back and forth game here. I mean, both teams have had a couple chances, and every time that a team's gotten a chance, it's been their own mistakes that have blown the opportunity.
West Virginia on the face-off when they're looking for the shot from the blue line, but it's quickly cut off by a defender. West Virginia with the puck at the blue line again. They swing it back behind the Central Michigan goaltender, but it's met quickly by a Central Michigan defender. West Virginia trying to reset in center ice here, trying to get that puck back into the Central Michigan territory. Puck is cut off by West Virginia as the Central Michigan tries to find a good outlet pass. They look into the slot and they try to get a shot on goal, and it's just over the shoulder of Central Michigan's goalkeeper and over the net.
It's a great individual play by Chase Shepard there. Picked off the pass, made a man miss, and dished that puck right across for a gorgeous opportunity.
Yeah, very close goal there as West Virginia tries to come back and get the puck from Bobby Z. Bellamore here pushing the puck into center ice and all the way up into the Central Michigan territory. West Virginia beats Central Michigan to the puck, and we will have possession up in Central Michigan territory. Central Michigan pushing it up out of their zone right now into the center ice. They're able to keep it here and dump it back behind Bobby Z.
You know, the motor of Johnny Sable really impresses me. Every time he's on the ice, if you watch him, he is sprinting non-stop for an entire shift.
Central Michigan looking for the shot here, and it's almost redirected on goal by a West Virginia foot. Still, the puck's still in there, and we're trying to cover it up as Bobby Z catches it out of the air.
Bobby Z's flashing that leather a couple times so far tonight. Every time we've seen him play, he loves that glove hand, and he's showing the same trend tonight with another good snare.
Bobby Z and Mackey splitting a doubleheader weekend, both getting one game and both playing pretty well so far, I'd say. Central Michigan wins that face-off, looks for the shot, and goes out of play.
Yeah, Evangelista doing a great job to break up there and break that shot up. We keep talking about the 3 goals, but he did just as good defensively yesterday too, all over the place in the defensive zone, making turnovers happen and then pushing that puck down to the other end.
Central Michigan trying to keep the puck in West Virginia's territory here. Delaney picking up the puck in center ice here, trying to push it up to the third of Central Michigan. West Virginia stopping the puck before it leaves Central Michigan territory, but they're unable to do so, and Central Michigan keeps possession. Central Michigan moving into West Virginia territory now. They're looking for the shot. They get it on the goal, and Bobby Z gets a nice kicker save, pushing it right out into the middle of the ice. Central Michigan still with the puck here. Dangerous territory for West Virginia. Central Michigan crossing the slot, and they bring it all the way over to the right side where he's met by 2 West Virginia defenders who are able to get the puck off the Central Michigan player's stick and try to get the puck back into center ice. They're able to do so, and Delaney meets it at center ice and tries to push it into the Central Michigan territory. Brennan pushes it up for West Virginia into the offensive third. West Virginia here trying to get back on a Central Michigan breakaway. They look for the wrister, and Bobby Z then gets a nice glove save and puts it out to the right. Evangelista here on the left side of the ice getting hit big on the walls. Collins here with the puck trying to get a regroup for the Mountaineers so they can get this out of their zone, but Central Michigan quickly takes it and tries to put it back in the slot where it's met by Delaney. Delaney gets a puck up the ice where he tries to put it into the center ice, and he's able to do so. Evangelista here on a little 1v3 personal breakaway. Central Michigan quickly shuts that down, and he pushes the puck back through center ice into West Virginia's zone. Central Michigan with the shot, and another great blocker save by Bobby Z, and it goes out of play.
Bobby Z's, I keep talking about Bobby Z, and I can't stop myself. His rebound control, fantastic so far today. I mean, if the rebound does come out, it's going out, up and out of play. It's going into the corner. He's not letting that puck go back into dangerous areas.
Great first period so far by Bobby Z. Buckley, on the face-off win, but Central Michigan quickly puts it out to the blue line and tries to get a shot that goes wide. Buckley here pushing into center ice. He tries to put it up on another West Virginia player's skate, and he's able to do so. Buckley looking for the pass across the slot, and they tried to get a shot on goal, but they're unable to get it on net. West Virginia trying to get it back here while Central Michigan moves it out of their zone and into the West Virginia territory. Collins here losing the puck in front of Bobby Z, but it's not too dangerous of a play. West Virginia still trying to get this puck out as Central Michigan tries to get in the slot. Central Michigan still with the puck on the right side here, looking for a shot from the blue line. They're able to get it on, but it's blocked by a West Virginia defender. West Virginia pushing it through center ice, tipping it back behind the Central Michigan goaltender now and trying to meet it back there and trying to regain possession. Central Michigan here taking their time getting out of their zone. Great kick stop there by Chilla before it crosses into West Virginia territory. Chilla still meeting the puck here back behind the net. Shepard winning back possession there for the Mountaineers, and he still has it there on the left side of the ice. Shepard and Lane working hard to keep that puck for West Virginia, and they are being able to do so, but not before a Central Michigan defender meets a West Virginia player at the blue line and keeps it out of their zone. West Virginia is still with the puck here. Lane crossing the puck over into Central Michigan's territory, tries the shot, and it is blocked by a defender. Central Michigan here looking with a strong push to West Virginia towards Bobby Z. Good check back there by Buckley as he steals the puck, but still a little dangerous here for West Virginia. Buckley here trying to push the puck all the way into the far left corner of Central Michigan's territory. Central Michigan here trying to get it out of their zone, and they're able to do so where West Virginia meets the puck in center ice and pushes it right back into Central Michigan's zone. Central Michigan gathers the puck in the right side of their third of the ice. Beal pushes it up on the left side and tries to get it up back behind the Central Michigan goalkeeper. He does so, and Sabol is able to meet him on the right side in the corner, and they're trying to win the puck off the boards. West Virginia wins the puck off the boards and tries to get a quick wrister on net, but it just goes over. Beal here winning the puck before it leaves the zone. West Virginia looking for that slot pass, and they're able to get it in there, but no one finds the shot, and it goes right back out to the side. Bellamore here keeping the puck in the zone for West Virginia, keeping this play very much alive. Bellamore here still with the puck, looking for the pass in the middle. He then goes back behind the Central Michigan goaltender. Nobody's opened up for him in the slot, but he looks for a pass in the slot and tries to get one on goal, and it's saved by the Central Michigan goalkeeper.
There's a lot of zone time there for West Virginia, but they really didn't do too much with it. They spent a lot of time cycling the zone. With Central Michigan, they stayed home, stayed in position, and just never let the Mountaineers get into the middle of the ice and generate a good chance.
Yeah, it looks like West Virginia's trying to find that cross-ice pass and shot because no one's really trying to get in that slot, but Bellamore was moving around with the puck, so he usually is that slot player there. .430 here left in the first period of this matchup as Delaney loses that face-off to the Central Michigan player. Central Michigan moving it into center ice here, trying to push it up into West Virginia territory. They're able to do so. They try to get the puck on Bobby Z, but Bobby Z grabs it out of the air.
And we're down to 4:17 to go here. In this period, it doesn't feel like your traditional feeling it out period, just because, you know, these teams did play yesterday, but it still feels a lot slower paced than what we had in the later half of the game yesterday.
West Virginia here moving the puck around in their zone, trying to get into center ice. Brennan pushing that puck here into Central Michigan zone. He tries for a shot and it just goes wide. Collins meeting the puck here before it leaves the zone. He pushes it all the way up back behind the Central Michigan goalkeeper where Evangelista meets it and puts it over to Delaney. Delaney looks for the shot and it's just pushed wide by the Central Michigan goaltender. Delaney here putting the puck on the Central Michigan blue line, and West Virginia tries for a shot and it just goes wide again. West Virginia from the blue line here trying to put it in. Central Michigan with a great turnover there. Central Michigan looking for a 1v0 breakaway. They just get back in time. West Virginia, that is. Collins meeting the Central Michigan player. Central Michigan still with the puck here in a dangerous position. They put a shot on goal and Bobby Z is able to cover it up.
What a great back check by Collins there. I mean, it was a clear-cut breakaway. Collins gets himself back into the play, and he does two great things there. One, he gets back into the play. Two, once he's there, he didn't panic. He didn't trip. He didn't hook. He didn't give him a penalty shot. He made a great stick lift and pushed that puck into the corner and allowed help to arrive.
Central Michigan on the face-off win. They try a shot from the slot, but it's unable to get on goal. West Virginia doing their best here to clear their zone. Forsyth tries to wrap it back around to his teammate, but it's cut off quickly by Central Michigan, and now they're in a dangerous position. West Virginia, and there's an unlucky shot from unlucky goal, for Bobby Z. Central Michigan tries for the shot from the left side, and it just goes through the skates of Bobby Z.
Yeah, they just fired it from the wall, and there were a lot of bodies between that puck and Bobby Z. I doubt he ever saw that one coming, and I mean, he didn't even move. You watch it back, he's just standing there, and that puck slips right in between him. He had no clue it was coming.
Unfortunate play there for the Mountaineers as they go down 1-0 to Central Michigan. I think Bobby Z wasn't sure that was even going to be a shot there. I think maybe a pass, if anything, but unlucky there, and West Virginia is going to look to get one back here. 3 minutes left in the first period. West Virginia in a scrum on the right side of the ice, but they're able to win it and get it into the Central Michigan territory. Forsyth here meeting the puck at the blue line, but he's unable to beat the Central Michigan player to it. Central Michigan on a breakaway here. They look for the shot, and it just goes off the iron. Central Michigan tries to get the rebound, but they're unable to put it in there. Lucky play for Bobby Z there, as Central Michigan just almost scores their second goal of the game. West Virginia trying to clear their zone right now. They just get the puck to the blue line, but they're still met there by Central Michigan players. Central Michigan finds their player in front of Bobby Z, but he's unable to control it. Central Michigan trying to get that puck back in slot, and they are able to do so, but the shot gets blocked by Bobby Z again as he covers up very well on his near post there, and for a couple great saves.
And we got an interference call coming up here against West Virginia, and Central Michigan's clicking right now. They got all the momentum from that first goal. Then they get the 2-on-1 and they ring iron, and they just started clicking. And they were humming around that zone. Mountaineers got a bit scared. Took an illegal hit there. Interference is the call. Now you're going short-handed here at the end of the first. You got to kill this. You do not want to go down 2-0 going into intermission, because that momentum will just grow for the Chippewas.
Central Michigan with the puck here by the blue line, looking for the shot from the blue line, and they're unable to get it in. Good save there by Bobby Z as he pushes it wide. Delaney here meeting the Central Michigan player, trying to get it out, but he's unable to do so. Central Michigan with a shot there right in front of Bobby Z, and he grabs it with his glove. 1:44 left here on the power play for Central Michigan. 2:07 left in the period of this 1-0 game for Central Michigan.
I mean, West Virginia yesterday, they really survived off capitalizing off power plays, and they showed what you can do if you're successful on the power play, and so they know how bad it could be if they let Central Michigan produce here.
Central Michigan with the puck on the left side of the ice. Trying to find that player in the middle, but Collins is able to clear it out towards the blue line where it's stopped by a Central Michigan player. Central Michigan moving around to the left side of the ice. They have time over here, not being pressured by West Virginia. West Virginia's Beal is able to get that puck into center ice, and they're able to get a line shift there. Central Michigan moving through center ice now in the West Virginia territory, trying to find an outlet pass into the slot, but he wraps around Bobby Z and puts it onto the right side of the ice. Central Michigan here with the puck at the blue line. They tip it off back to this player that wrapped around. Central Michigan looking for the shot there in the wrister. They almost find it there, but West Virginia is able to kick it out wide. Delaney's able to clear their zone there as they push up and get a good line change, good important line change there for the Mountaineers.
Yeah, this will probably be the last line of the period here for West Virginia. You're going to look for them to kill off the rest of this penalty. And, I mean, Delaney's still going to come out, but the rest of this group expect him to stay on the ice.
Good play there by Brennan as he forces Central Michigan to retreat and bring everyone back into center ice. 45 seconds here left in this period. 20 left on the power play for Central Michigan. Brennan here meets the puck on a lucky little mishap from Central Michigan, but it's quickly taken back. Central Michigan puts the puck back behind Bobby Z, and it's met there for West Virginia by Hogan. Central Michigan looking for the shot on the right side, and Bobby Z with a great kick save out to the right. Central Michigan still with the puck in West Virginia territory.
Back to even strength.
Brennan there with a great stop at the blue line, and he puts it all the way up onto Bellamore's stick, who's pushing it up into the Central Michigan territory. Brennan here with the puck on the left side, puts it out towards the goalie, and the goalie covers it up.
And Brennan just took a penalty too right there in the corner. It's a big hit right along the boards. It was behind the play. It's just not a smart hockey play, and you're already down 1-0. You just killed off a penalty. I wouldn't be surprised if this winds up being a 5.
Not what the West Virginia Mountaineers need right now, as the Central Michigan player is slow to get up in that opposite corner.
Immediately you got to start thinking, could be a potential head injury the way he went into the boards. Could be knees as well. If he went in knees first, maybe could have hurt his kneecaps in some way. But he's back up on his skates now. It could have been a bit dinged up there by that hit. So, we got trainers out here. They'll check him out, make sure he's okay. And if he is, he'll be back on the ice.
Hopefully he's okay there for Central Michigan. We're back in play here. Face off in front of the Central Michigan goalkeeper with 9 seconds left in the period. Central Michigan wins that face off, but West Virginia is able to keep it in their zone. 1 second left on the clock, and that should be the end of the period. West Virginia down 1-0 here at the end of the period in Morgantown. We will be back for the second period very shortly. What's going on, everybody? We're back here for the second period between West Virginia and Central Michigan. We are in the Central Ice for the drop. Central Michigan here with the win on the face-off. Both teams here fighting in the center ice for the puck. Central Michigan able to get it and move it into West Virginia territory. Central Michigan trying to find that center ice pass, and they are cut off quickly by West Virginia defenders. West Virginia dumps it back behind Central Michigan's goal, and it's met there by a West Virginia attacker, but Central Michigan wins it first. Puck being fought for in center ice, and it's won by West Virginia as they push it up into the Central Michigan territory, but Central Michigan wins it back. Forsyth here with the puck pushing it into center ice, finds Buckley in the middle of the ice, pushes it over then to Shepard, and the refs call a dead puck.
And they thought we had an injury back behind the play. I believe it was Forsyth that was down, and West Virginia did have possession, so they went ahead and killed it. And yeah, Forsyth might be going to take a seat for a little bit. We'll see if he goes off the ice for trainer or if he just goes to take a seat, and he's just heading to the bench. But he did take a real awkward hit, and he stayed down for a while, so I understand why the ref blew the whistle there. Wish they hadn't, but it's fair.
Yeah, Shepard looks good there. Looks like he had a wide open lane up the right side of the ice going to goal. West Virginia here with the puck after that face-off. Bellamore here trying to fight for the puck, and it is left to Sebel, who tries to put it in the center of the ice, but he's met there on the walls by two Central Michigan players. Central Michigan there pushing the puck towards the blue line, but West Virginia stops it before it leaves. Collins putting the puck back towards the Central Michigan goaltender's end, but it is met quickly on the walls. Collins here pushing it across the blue line, looks for the wrister from the blue line, and is cut off, saved by the Central Michigan goalkeeper. Central Michigan finding that outlet pass into center ice, but Collins quickly cuts it off and wins that puck back. Beal here wrapping around back behind Bobby Z, trying to get the puck before the Central Michigan player does. Collins here with the puck trying to get it out of their end. Finds a great pass over on the right side of their ice, and Collins quickly meets it and puts it into center ice. Beal here bringing it into Central Michigan's territory. Crosses the line without any offsides call, the referees say. Central Michigan's able to win that board fight and try to get this puck out of their zone and into Central Ice. They do so, and they look to pass it into West Virginia's territory. West Virginia quickly cuts it off and moves the puck into Central Michigan's territory, where they try to reach Brennan, but it's just out of his reach, and Central Michigan takes it back.
If that puck's on target, that's a massive scoring chance for West Virginia.
Good hustle there by Delaney, finds Evangelista. Evangelista looks for the shot, and it just goes out of play.
And number 9 on Central Michigan, he took that puck right to the skate, and you can see him there trying to get off the ice. He's only on one foot right now, and he started hopping and limping the second that puck hit him. That one hurt. Caught him right in the skate. There's no padding right there where that puck caught him either. So it was pretty much just that little layer of cloth from his skate and a really hard puck coming in. So yeah, that's not a pleasant feeling.
Delaney on the face-off win for West Virginia there. They take the shot from the blue line, try to get the deflection, but it just goes wide right. Evangelista here with the puck on the right side, puts it back behind the net for Brennan. Brennan looking for the slot pass. He looks for it, but it just gets out of the reach of the West Virginia player. Brennan here with the puck back behind the ice. Delaney takes it from him, drops it back to Brennan. Brennan trying to find the slot pass, and it's just out of reach for Evangelista. Brennan again here trying to win that puck back behind the Central Michigan goaltender. He's able to do so, tries to find the slot pass, but it's cut off again by a Central Michigan defender. Evangelista with the steal in front of the Central Michigan goaltender, but he's unable to control it and get a shot on net. Delaney here with a great steal, tries to get the backdoor pass to the slot, but is unable to get it in there. Evangelista with the shot from the right side, and it's covered up by Central Michigan.
That's a great shift for West Virginia right there. That line, that was the line that really executed the best last game as well last night. I mean, all 3 goals from that line were scored by Evangelista, but he's not doing those by himself. It's, help from Brennan and help from Delaney. And you see that line working really well together right there and almost getting a goal on a couple different chances.
Momentum shifting line for West Virginia as they get new and fresh legs in. Collins here meeting the puck in center ice and trying to get it back into Central Michigan's territory as he does so. Forsyth tries to keep the puck in Central Michigan's territory, but is unable to do so as the puck soars back behind Bobby Z, and Collins meets it first. Collins giving a nice little backhanded pass to Lane, who meets it and puts it into center ice, but Central Michigan dips it right back behind Bobby Z. Forsyth with the puck here has time back behind Bobby Z. Puts it right over to Lane's stick, who then controls it and takes it back towards Forsyth. Shepard here met the puck on the right side, but he was unable to get it out of their zone. Central Michigan looking for the quick wrister on net, but it just goes over wide right. They're looking for another shot from the blue line. Great chest save by Bobby Z as he sends it to the right side. West Virginia here trying to get this puck desperately out of their zone. They're able to do so. Now they push up the ice, and Central Michigan will take their time and try to get the icing called, but the refs call them off and tell them to hustle a little bit more. Brennan here with a great steal in center ice, and he just gets across with no offsides called by the referees. Quick steal back from Central Michigan as they push it back towards Bobby Z. Forsyth able to meet the puck here and quickly get it back towards center ice as Central Michigan goes for the line change. Brennan here got it before, cross back into center ice, looks for the shot and just goes up wide.
If you look, West Virginia, they're double shifting that top line right now. The Evangelista, Brennan, Delaney lines getting double shifted. They're coming right back onto the ice. They were off for like 40, 45 seconds. They're back. And I wouldn't be surprised if we continue to see this. If that line keeps playing the way they did on their last shift on this one, you're going to see a whole lot of them tonight.
Delaney there with the lost face-off for West Virginia. West Virginia fighting desperately to win that puck in center ice. Unable to do so as Central Michigan crosses into West Virginia's territory, and a great move there by Central Michigan. Tries to get the shot on, but Bobby Z with a great save.
Yeah, it's more good rebound control from Bobby Z. Just that one came up off his chest and he caught it before it could get back down to ice level, make sure that nothing dangerous arose.
I think you missed that play there. The player put his stick out in front of the West Virginia player and gave him a self-pass and turned around and grabbed it again and twisted for the shot. Great play there by Central Michigan. West Virginia trying to push it up here now. Bellamore here with the puck, who goes for the shot on Central Michigan, and it just goes wide. West Virginia still with the puck here. Bellamore with the puck back behind Central Michigan's goal again. Central Michigan's able to find that outlet pass into center ice and then put it back in West Virginia's territory. Forsyth there getting a big hit back behind Bobby Z. They're trying to win that puck back, and they're able to do so, but they're on high pressure from Central Michigan. Bellamore meeting the Central Michigan player there on the right side of the ice, and it looks like a very dirty hit from behind and no calls there by the referees. Central Michigan looked for the shot from the blue line, and it just goes out of play.
And Belmore, he went and had a few words with the referee there, just trying to figure out why that's not a call. I mean, cross-checked right into the back, right near the boards. It's a dangerous play, but we haven't really seen too much get called this game, and it's not like last game where it just seemed like they were picking and choosing which ones to call. They're just staying off the whistles this game in general. It's going both ways, and we're not going to see a lot of penalties in this game.
West Virginia able to steal the puck quickly off that face-off and get it all the way up into Central Michigan's territory, but the refs bring it back for an offsides.
If you're Huffnagel there, I understand why you're trying to get by that guy who stepped up at the blue line, but the problem is you've got another line mate that's trying to enter the zone at the exact same time as you. The second that he cuts 90 degrees right at the blue line, he destroys any hope for his winger to get in there on sides.
Little confusion on the ice right now. I think a little clock troubles, but I think they've got it fixed, and we will be back in a second.
Yeah, just an inadvertent buzzer there, and all the players stopped. So we'll just drop it again and go for it second time.
Central Michigan on the face-off win. They put it into center ice, and it's met quickly there by Beal. Huffnagel trying to keep that puck in Central Michigan's territory. Central Michigan is able to steal the puck from West Virginia in center ice. They're trying to work that puck into the West Virginia territory, but West Virginia's trying not to let them get in. Collins there meets the puck on the left side of the ice in front of Bobby Z. He's pushing it up himself all the way up into the center ice and dips it back behind Central Michigan's goaltender. Huffnagel here trying to steal the puck from Central Michigan. He's able to do so and puts a wrister on net, and it's saved by Central Michigan's kicker. West Virginia with another shot, and it doesn't pose any threat towards Central Michigan's goaltender. Lane here with the puck, got a little time on the right side right in front of us. Swings it back around the Central Michigan goalkeeper again, and Central Michigan gathers it there. Beal tries to save the puck before it leaves the zone, but it is unable to do so, and they all have to clear it back. West Virginia with a huge steal there in Central Michigan's territory. They're trying to find an opportunity to put it in front of the goal, but they're unable to do so as he's met there by two Central Michigan defenders. West Virginia with a big steal there. Collins in the slot right now, trying to look for a shot. Tries to get one on, but he's met by another Central Michigan defender. Collins playing a great game today, pushing up when he needs to, knowing to get back when he needs to. And now he is back to gather the puck back behind Bobby Z for the icing.
Yeah, Central Michigan, they tried to make a change, so you can't do that. It's icing. It's just great forecheck from West Virginia. Central Michigan's stuck in their own end. They can't make a change. These guys have already been on the ice for over a minute easily, and now you've got the icing. They're stuck on again. West Virginia's able to bring out all fresh legs. I would almost consider calling a timeout here if I'm Central Michigan.
Central Michigan on the face-off win, trying to push it up into center ice, and it just gets blocked by the referee.
That one going up into the bench, that will allow Central Michigan to make their changes. So, in the end, no harm, no foul for Central Michigan off of that icing, but definitely a dangerous chance there for West Virginia.
12:15 left here in this second period as West Virginia wins the face-off in center ice. Shepard and Buckley trying to put up high pressure, and they're able to get that puck out of the player's stick as Buckley takes it, but it's quickly met by a Central Michigan player and stolen back. Central Michigan on the attack here, Forsyth trying to keep them out from the middle and sending them back towards the boards on the outside. Great play there by West Virginia as the puck is sent back towards Central Michigan's goaltender, and Buckley's trying to put the pressure on to take it again. Lane here trying to get that puck too, but Central Michigan with a great play to get the puck back into center ice. A couple bodies flying there as Buckley runs into Shepard. Bellamore here trying to get that puck on Buckley's stick, but he's unable to do so. Bellamore here with a great save, and it looks like he's going to have a breakaway. Bellamore here on the shot, and it's goal! Great steal at the blue line for Bellamore, and he has a great breakaway and puts a great goal right above the blocker, excuse me, not the blocker, the catcher of the Central Michigan goaltender.
It's that forecheck, the West Virginia forecheck. They've been popping it off all period long. They just had a couple of good shifts due to that forecheck, and right there it strikes again. Bellamore picking off the pass right when Central Michigan was ready to leave their own end. Comes in on a breakaway, decides to finish backhand. It's never a bad move on the breakaway, tucks it home, and we're even.
Quinn, I'll tell you, I watched that game back yesterday, and the 11:30 mark is right when they scored that first goal and then went on 4 straight goal streaks. So hopefully West Virginia can do the same thing as yesterday and start getting a few goals in.
Hand pass. That should bring the face-off back to center there. Hand pass against West Virginia.
As I said a second ago, West Virginia scored their first goal yesterday at the 11:30 mark of the second period and ended up scoring 3 more after that before the 6-minute mark of the second period. So looking like so much of the same so far, so hopefully West Virginia can find that second one quickly here in the next minute or two. Central Michigan on a dangerous push here, looking for the shot, and Bobby Z grabs it up and covers it on the ice.
Yeah, that's not going to go over to a little extra push to Bobby Z. And I mean, in hockey, you protect your goaltenders like you protect your quarterback in football. You're not going to allow your quarterback to get hit after the whistle. I mean, look what happened with Mason Rudolph and Myles Garrett. It's the same kind of thing here. You know, I mean, you're not going to let somebody push your goalie around after the whistle blows.
Delaney here for the face-off for West Virginia. Evangelista tries to sneak in and steal that puck, but he's unable to do so. Brendan trying to do whatever he can to get that puck out of his territory and is able to do so. Sticks tangled up a little bit there in center ice, but Central Michigan comes out of the puck while Delaney's trying to beat him there. Delaney beats him there. Both players looked like they went for each other instead of the puck, and Delaney meets him there first. Stop play there by by the referees, excuse me. It looks like we're going to have some sort of penalty on the play.
And West Virginia is about to go on the power play here. Just a little bit too much rough stuff from Central Michigan. They're going to take an interference call. They'll head to the box, and West Virginia's power play was real good last night. We'll see if they can keep it up today.
.10:40 left here in this second period. 1-1.
Looks like we got Evangelista, Buckley, and Belmore on the ice here for the forwards on the power play.
Central Michigan's able to send that puck all the way to the other side of the ice out of their zone. And it's met back behind the net by Bobby Z, and it laid off to, it looks like, Collins. Collins finds Evangelista on the left side, who has a great run here and is looking for the goal, and he's almost able to get it around the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper's found himself a little out as Buckley meets the puck on the right side of the ice. Buckley finds Belmore there, on the right side, and who finds Evangelista, who looks for the shot. Buckley looking for the shot here right in front of the goaltender, turns around and just gets it wide. Buckley on a huge hit on the right side, meets the Central Michigan player who loses the puck, and Collins is able to switch it all the way over to Belmore, who then tries the shot, and it's saved by Central Michigan's goalkeeper. Brennan here stole the puck back from the Central Michigan player.
That was cheeky. I'm not sure that was a pass. I'm pretty certain he was trying to bank that in off the Central Michigan's netminder and in. That was a cheeky play by Belmore.
Buckley found the outlet pass all the way up at the blue line of Central Michigan. Delaney with a great cutoff of the puck on the wall. Forsyth here trying to keep the puck in center ice so Central Michigan can't get into their territory. Great hustle play there by Delaney, who laced it off to Belmore in Central Michigan's territory. West Virginia looking for an outlet pass there. Unable to connect, and Central Michigan steals it in their zone. Forsyth here moving through center ice, dumps it back behind Central Michigan's goaltender, and he's still with the puck here trying to meet and beat the Central Michigan defender, which he does. Lane here with the puck on the right side looking for that slot pass. He tries to put it in, but the Central Michigan player grabs it out of the air and puts it on the ground. Shepard dips it back over towards Sabul, who then grabs it and puts it out to Lane, who tries a shot, and it's grabbed by the Central Michigan goaltender.
No, I really like that power play line there from West Virginia. You got Delaney, Forsyth, Lane, Shepard, and Sable all on the ice together. That's a lot of guys who can pick some corners of the net, and that's a dangerous group on the power play. They're not able to do anything with that opportunity, but watch out if they get on another one. That was a good power play for West Virginia, even without scoring one.
Central Michigan on the win of the faceoff, but they send it right back out of the ice again.
And that's where you kind of see the detriment of every wall in this arena being a half wall. Is in like a regulation stadium, that puck's not going out of play there. It's ringing around the boards and coming out. That's probably a pretty routine play for Central Michigan. You got to adjust to the bow.
West Virginia with the win of the face-off there. Belmore trying to get one in on the goalkeeper, but Central Michigan scoops it up, and we're going to go back for another face-off.
Yeah, this game definitely a little bit more defensive than what we saw in the second period yesterday. Yesterday it was just rampant chances back and forth. This one, both teams playing very sound. Probably some adjustments made between games here by both sides.
Central Michigan trying to push that puck into West Virginia's territory, but it gets cut off by the West Virginia defender. Collins here doing a great job to push it up into Central Michigan's territory again. Finds his player out on the right side, but it's quickly cut off by a Central Michigan defender. Central Michigan pushing the puck back into Central Ice right now. They find themselves on a strong push in the West Virginia territory. Central Michigan with the tough shot from the blue line, and it goes out wide. Collins here with a little bit of time back behind Bobby Z. Belmore finds the outlet pass, but it's quickly cut off in center ice by Central Michigan. Beal here with the puck in center ice, pushing it into Central Michigan's territory. Delaney coming out of nowhere here, trying to meet this player on the boards, but he's unable to get there before he passes it. Delaney with the great hustle finds Evangelista in the middle, who then puts it on the far side of the ice right towards us. Central Michigan comes across and gets a clearance down the ice, and it looks like we will have an icing.
You know, that icing all comes off a great effort play by Delaney to manage to come from a good 3-4 strides behind the Central Michigan forward, cut him off in the race for the puck, and then played over to Evangelista, and Central Michigan panicked, and they just wound up icing the puck.
Face-off here right in front of the Central Michigan goaltender. Delaney here with the face-off win, puts it right on Evangelista's stick, who then drops it right back to Delaney. Delaney is unable to hold Central Michigan in their own zone as they push into center ice and in the West Virginia territory. Referee's got his hands up for an offside, but the players cycle back and have him put his hands down as West Virginia regains the puck back behind their net. West Virginia tries an outlet pass, unable to connect, and the puck soars all the way back towards Central Michigan's goaltender. Great kick block there from Hogan, who keeps it in the Central Michigan territory. Evangelista here on a good-looking play here on the right side, trying to get that puck into the slot. He's looking for the pass, but he decides not to. Trying to get the pass in there, but he decides to bring it all the way back towards the blue line. They swing it around, look for the shot, and they're unable to get it on goal. Great kick save there by the Central Michigan goaltender. Brendan there trying to meet that player and steal that puck. West Virginia with the shot from the blue line, and it just soars wide.
And that same line producing for West Virginia again there. Another couple good chances.
Brennan doing his best to try to keep that puck in there, but he loses it. Hogan sends the puck all the way towards Central Michigan's goaltender, who covers it up. Buckley in for the face-off for the Mountaineers. He's not able to win it as Central Michigan tries to clear the zone, and they are not able to do so. West Virginia tries the shot from the blue line, and it goes wide. Shepard there, able to keep the puck in the zone, tries to drop it off to Buckley, that is, excuse me. Getting Lane and Buckley mixed up a little bit here, but Shepard able to take the puck, put it in the slot here, finds Lane on the other side, and Lane's unable to get a good shot on the goal. Lane still with the puck here on the left side now.
Yeah, if Lane had been a left-handed shot, that's a goal. He was stuck on his backhand with that opportunity.
Shepard back trying to win the puck back for West Virginia. Beal tries to keep it out there, and Buckley has, Bobby Z has to wrap it up.
Well, here we go. Things getting a little bit scrappy after the whistle. Another little bit more rough stuff with Bobby Z post-whistle, and now we got 10 players all gathered together in one corner, and I'm sure it's a nice, friendly conversation going on over there.
Yeah, they're just patting each other on the back, telling each other they're playing a great game, I'm sure.
That's right. You see those two guys smacking each other in the face? They're giving each other good cheers. It's just, it's just banter.
Good friendly banter.
I've seen one Central Michigan player go into the box here. I'm assuming we're probably going to go 1-for-1. Usually when you have a situation like that arise, you go 1-for-1 and you go down to 4-on-4 for a couple minutes, or sometimes they'll call them offsetting and they'll just stay 5-on-5 and those two guys just sit for a couple minutes. Right now we got a Central Michigan penalty up on the board. We'll see if one goes up for West Virginia. If not, I'll be surprised, but it'll be a power play for the Mountaineers.
Both teams getting a nice rest here. They were able to...
Forsyth just stepped into the box.
Forsyth steps into the box. Both teams, though, I'm seeing 2 minutes on both sides of the clock here.
Yeah, so we're probably going to go to 4-on-4 here for the next couple minutes. And then, a little bit more open ice. And I said it at the top of the broadcast yesterday, the Chippewas are the faster team. And 4-on-4 should definitely favor their team. So this might be a dangerous couple minutes for West Virginia.
especially with how that few front lines have been playing. They've been all over the ice. West Virginia definitely looking to be favored here in this 4v4, I'd say.
Yeah, I mean, the top lines have been playing good, but they're playing physical and using that forecheck. You can't get nearly as physical when there's this much open ice, and the Chippewas might just be able to skate around them and use that speed.
Absolutely, the Chippewas really good at moving that puck around, but we'll see how this next few minutes goes here for West Virginia.
Seem to have some issues getting the lines figured out here, but a little bit of confusion on the West Virginia bench. Players coming on and off the ice, and they were struggling for a little bit to figure it out, but looks like we're good to go with this 4-on-4 action.
Central Michigan winning the face-off there. They switch the sides of the ice and try to get the shot, and it bounces right off of Beasley's face. West Virginia looking for the push here. Shepard on the push, 1v2 in favor of Central Michigan. Central Michigan is able to easily steal it and bring it out towards center ice. Collins here with a great cutoff in central ice, and he's met by two Central Michigan defenders. Still able to keep the puck, though. Shepard trying to send the puck all the way to the goalie of Central Michigan, but he's cut off very quickly by a Central Michigan player in center ice. Central Michigan here pushing into the West Virginia territory. They're looking for the self-pass. They're able to get it, but Bobby Z meets it before he can get the other side of the pass. Central Michigan with a shot, and Bobby Z is able to very easily grab it, and that looks like it was going wide either way.
Oh, yeah, that wasn't even close to going on frame, but smart play by Bobby Z, because that was at that angle that if that puck goes off the boards just right, it could pop out right on your back door, and that's a dangerous play. You got to keep that back door secure and protected.
4:15 left here in the second period of play. 1:14 on each of the power plays. As Central Michigan sends it back behind Bobby Z. West Virginia able to corral the puck as Hogan tries to push it up, but Central Michigan blocks him there. Delaney on the great pressure there, sending Central Michigan out of West Virginia territory and back into center ice. West Virginia clears their zone and pushes it into center ice, where Central Michigan safely takes it and looks back for a good pass. Hogan now back meeting the puck behind Bobby Z.
Yeah, icing call right there. Central Michigan, they're not going to be able to change lines. And 4-on-4, if you got tired guys, that can be really dangerous because a lot of open space right now. So West Virginia, they've got Buckley and Shepard out there. And, I mean, Collins is back on defense, too. I believe that's Chilla that's there with him.
West Virginia on the face-off when they look for the shot from the blue line and the deflection, but it just goes right wide of the goal. Buckley here trying to put the pressure on, win that puck back for West Virginia. 3.5 minutes left in this period. Central Michigan grabs it out of the air, puts it down on the ground, but it's quickly met by West Virginia, and they find Shepard, who pushes it up into the Central Michigan territory, but it's quickly met by a Central Michigan defender. Buckley racing back, trying to get back to help West Virginia out. Chilla here trying to bring the puck out of their territory, and it looks like we had a little scrum here in front of the Central Michigan.
Yeah, Collins just got punched in the face, and he didn't fight back, so we'll see what happens here.
That seems like a very stupid play by the Central Michigan player. I mean, you had two refs right next to him, and he's...
Collins is going to the box.
Collins. Interesting.
I mean, they were both going at it. The Central Michigan player just got the last laugh out of that, but they're both heading to the sin bin. My guess would be we got two more offsetting. We might go to 3-on-3 for the next 2 seconds, and then Forsyth and the Central Michigan forward will both come out of the box. It's not going to be enough 3-on-3 to make a difference if they do it. But I don't even think they're going to go to 3-on-3. I think they're both just going to sit them both down. Probably sit down for it'll be 2 minutes, but more than likely it'll wind up they won't play again this period, and they'll come out in the third. The Chippewa bench asking for an explanation on what just happened from the referees, so that'll slow things down for a little bit, and they seem satisfied, and here we go.
Central Michigan on the face-off when they find a puck in the slot, and they look for the shot, and Bobby Z with a great glove save there. West Virginia with the outlet pass all the way up to number 46, who meets the Central Michigan player here on the boards, but he's unable to control it and keep the possession. Central Michigan pushing up the ice here. Sabul tries to meet him there, but it still gets past him. Central Michigan looking for the shot here, and they get it off, but it just goes wide, excuse me. Bobby Z coming up with another great save. West Virginia pushing the puck here back behind Central Michigan territory. Sabul meets it there and tries to put it back in the slot, but it's quickly shut down by a Central Michigan defender. Central Michigan pushing the puck through center ice here, getting into West Virginia territory, but they're met by two great West Virginia defenders, and they try for the shot, but another great blocker save by Bobby Z, a kick blocker save that time. Sabul here with a good push, it looks like. He's got a little 1v2 personal breakaway here, looks for the shot, and there's a kick blocking save for Central Michigan. Bellamore tries to meet the puck before it can get out of the Central Michigan territory. Still hasn't left, but Central Michigan has a good little possession going. Beal trying to race the Central Michigan player back to get to the puck first behind Bobby Z. Central Michigan reaches it first, and Beal tries to pin him up on the boards and win it back. Central Michigan looking for the shot on the right side. Bobby Z just taps it over the net. Central Michigan looking for the shot from the blue line. Instead, they put it down towards the red line, and West Virginia tries to send it back out, but it's met there at the blue line, and a shot is taken. Central Michigan pushing the puck back behind Bobby Z, but West Virginia cuts it off. West Virginia now pushing it through center ice, and that's a great big hit from Central Michigan to steal that puck back. Central Michigan trying to catch West Virginia on a bad timing shift. They try to get it up the ice, and it's almost looking like a dangerous opportunity there. Central Michigan with another shot, and it looks like Bobby Z had it in his hands, the referee thought, but the puck stayed in bounds, and they still called it a dead play.
Yeah, the referee lost sight of it, and it happens, and as a referee, if you lose complete sight of the puck, it's better to blow it dead than let the play stay live with no idea where it is, because who knows what could happen.
1 minute left here in the second period of play as Central Michigan wins another face-off. Evangelista here with the puck in his territory. They push it into center ice, but Central Michigan quickly steals it back. Evangelista here with the puck again, passes it off to Brennan. Brennan looking for the shot from right in front of the Central Michigan goalie, but is unable to get it off. Forsyth here, able to keep the puck in Central Michigan's zone, but Central Michigan gets a great clearance all the way up into his attacker. They look for the quick shot, and it's a goal! Central Michigan goal. Unlucky pass there for West Virginia, and he just sneaks it through the legs of Bobby Z.
Yeah, and right there is where you see the speed of Central Michigan, just able to outrace everybody to that puck, and with a couple strides to spare because he wasn't even pressured from West Virginia's defense behind him, and he's able to pick his spot and put it home. And now the Chippewas are up 2-1 with 33.3. It's a similar story, a late period goal here for Central Michigan.
33 seconds here left in this period for the 2-1 win for Central Michigan. 2-1 lead, excuse me. West Virginia on the face-off win. They move it over to Collins, who then puts it up to Lane on the left side. Lane then sends it all the way towards the Central Michigan goaltender, where it's met by Buckley, and Buckley lays it off to Shepard. Shepard able to move around the defender, and he is stopped there by a referee's dead puck.
And we got a holding penalty coming up. We're going to see who it's on. And it looks like it's going to be on Buckley. So Buckley's going to head to the sin bin, and he'll sit for 2 minutes. And now a power play for Central Michigan. The similar story continues here. Last period, we had a late period Central Michigan goal followed immediately by a West Virginia penalty. Exact same thing here. Again, it's the same story. If Central Michigan capitalizes on this power play, whether it be here at the back half of number 2 or at the very beginning of period number 3, that puts West Virginia in a really bad spot for the rest of this game.
Central Michigan with the win on the face-off here. They move it around the back of Bobby Z, but Collins quickly shuts them off, and now they're fighting both teams in front of Bobby Z now. Bobby Z's trying to cover it up, and it looks like we have a scrum over there, and we're not quite sure what's going on.
Well, the puck's in the net. For one thing, the puck is in, but the referee's already blown play dead. So I don't think it's going to count. But Central Michigan's not going to be happy that it's not going to count, because that's a goal.
with the way Bobby Z was moving, he didn't have the puck either. He was squirming in there trying to find it, doing whatever he could.
Yeah, Bobby Z did not know where that puck was. The answer was in his net, and the referees didn't see it.
Wow. I think we've got a goal. No, never mind. Excuse me. They're bringing the puck to center ice. I swear that referee pointed towards the center ice, but we're here on the face-off. West Virginia with the face-off win, and they get a good-looking breakaway here. Brendan looking for the shot. Brendan almost puts it here on the left side at the end of the second period, and we will go to the intermission with a 2-1 deficit for Central Michigan. We will be back for this third period play. I am Chris Breitzemeter again alongside Quinn Kuski, and we will be back. we're back here for the third period between Central Michigan and West Virginia in this 2-1 game, led by Central Michigan today. We are starting off this period with a 5-4 advantage for Central Michigan for 1 minute and 40 seconds. What do you think the Mountaineers need to do here, Quinn, to get a couple goals here and try to seal this one out?
I mean, the first step obviously is killing this power play, and that's not going to be easy to do when you've got a clean sheet of ice for this long of a period of time. So that's step one, and after that, don't get too aggressive with it until you're real late in the game, because you don't want to give another one up, because that'll put you out of it.
Central Michigan meeting the puck here right in front of us in West Virginia's territory. Central Michigan very easily moving the puck around right now across the blue line, looking for the shot on the right side, and that's grabbed by Bobby Z.
That was a good quick save there for Bobby Z. He'll cover it up and hold on and drip some time off of this power play. Now if you're West Virginia, you're in a situation, you got fresh legs, you win this draw and dump it, and you're probably under a minute to go on the power play.
Shepard in for the face-off for West Virginia. He wins it, but it quickly gets turned over to Central Michigan. Central Michigan moving that puck around by the blue line. They find it at the top of the slot. Now look for the shot from the top of the slot. And Shepard comes up with a big takeaway here, looking for the breakaway, looks for the shot, and that's great save by Central Michigan's goaltender.
Yeah, Shepard must have heard me up here talking about step one's killing the penalty. He said, we don't need to kill it, I'm going to just go score one. And he did what he could.
Yeah, great play there by Shepard. Good hustle cutting that player off at the blue line and took the puck away and was on the breakaway there. Shepard's back in for the face-off again for the West Virginia Mountaineers. West Virginia wins the scrum after the face-off, wins the puck back. Central Michigan moving it around in their end. Found the outlet pass in center ice, but it's quickly cut off, and then puck strolls on to Beal's stick. Central Michigan moving it very dangerously through the West Virginia territory. Tries to put it in the slot, but that's chased out and all the way down to the other side of the ice by Collins.
This is a great kill from West Virginia. Central Michigan can't get anything going, and this kill will wind up being a momentum boost for West Virginia if they can hold on for the next 20.
Central Michigan here on the right side, bringing it down with the dangerous little push here they got here. They're trying to find the slot player. He wraps it around and tries for the shot, and it sticks in Bobby Z's hands.
That's the second time we've had a really quick whistle. Really the third time we've had a really quick whistle from a referee. We had one earlier in the second. We had the second one that was actually should have been a goal, and it was a quick whistle. And now that one right there, Bobby Z did not have that puck, and they blew it dead.
I don't blame him with how Bobby Z catches some of those pucks out of the air, though. He snags some of those things. Shepard again in for the face-off for West Virginia. Central Michigan here working it around the left side of the ice. 10 seconds left on that Central Michigan power play. Central Michigan looking for that cross-ice pass, but instead they put it on the blue line and bring it right back to the same player. Central Michigan looks for the shot, and it doesn't make it to Bobby Z, and West Virginia is able to clear it out from in front of Bobby Z. Buckley now pushing in through center ice and now into the Central Michigan territory. Tries for the self-pass, and that's covered up by Central Michigan's goaltender.
Yeah, now West Virginia and Central Michigan, they can get their special teams units off the ice here. They can bring out their first or second lines or whoever they want to go with now. But back to even strength, got 18:05 to go. A lot of hockey to be played in a one-goal game.
West Virginia with the face-off win, and they try for the immediate shot, and that is not on target from Sabul. Sabul still with the puck here, back behind Central Michigan's goal. Sabul still trying to keep that puck, but it's taken away from Central Michigan. The puck is stopped back before it leaves the Central Michigan territory, and they try to get one in, and Bellamore hits one out of the air. A very unlikely goal there for the Mountaineers, but they get it right before it crosses the blue line, and Bellamore slaps one out of the air and gets it in the goal.
Well, that's Belmore's second today, and that's a fantastic goal. Just showing off the hand-eye coordination. Something you see from like Sid the Kid out in the NHL level. You know, just whacks one out of the sky, and just like that, we're even at 2.
Great goal there. It was just out of the reach of the Central Michigan's goaltender's hands, and Bellamore's able to slap that one out of the air, as Quinn said, and we get a 2-2 tied game here. 17:46 left in this third period as West Virginia wins the faceoff.
Bellamore's looking for that West Virginia baseball scholarship.
West Virginia with the puck here at center ice. This big old hit by Central Michigan sends the player to the ice. Delaney trying to clear the puck up into Central Michigan territory, and it's quickly cut off and sent out of play.
That's a squirrel bomb. Up out of play.
I was told about that yesterday. I still don't know what it means. But apparently Max Hedges is a big squirrel bomb guy.
Yeah, he loves him some squirrel bombs. He said he could drink them all day. Oh, it came back. It's like magic. See? What the rink takes, the rink provides.
Is that a baby squirrels reference?
I don't know.
I think it is. I think we're giving Baby Squirrels, the bar on High Street, some free advertisement right now.
Oh, yeah, Baby Squirrels. I thought you were talking about a movie or something. I was like, I know there's a bar, but...
West Virginia here trying to get this puck out from back behind their goal. Forsyth doing whatever he can to get it out, but tries to reach the puck to Delaney and doesn't get quite there. Delaney here with the puck now, moves it up into Brennan's possession, and Brennan pushes it all the way up to Evangelista. Evangelista pushing the puck in Central Michigan's territory, just back behind their goalie. Brennan met the puck here and dipped it right over to Delaney, who tries to get the backhand pass to his teammate, but it doesn't make it there, and Central Michigan moves the puck in the center ice. Evangelista with another great defensive play, steals it, drops it to Brennan. Brennan looks for the shot in the zone and doesn't get it. West Virginia from the shot at the blue line. Beal tries one and it just goes wide. Delaney here gathering the puck before it leaves the territory. West Virginia still with the puck here. Delaney crossing the slot. Delaney looking for the shot at the top of the slot, and it's grabbed by the glove of the Central Michigan goaltender.
And we might have a little bit of chirping after the whistle. So back behind the play, the guy that stepped up to hit Evangelista knocked him over and then stood over him and gave him a slash with the stick while play was going on in the offensive zone. So little chirping after the whistle there, I'm sure, but Evangelista's a big dude and he's not too easy to knock over.
So Quinn, we got that tying goal here in this third period. What do we need to do to get that next one with plenty of time left in this 16.5-minute period?
Well, I'd recommend capitalizing on this power play they've got right here. They got the 5-on-4 for the next 2 minutes. You get one here, you're putting yourself in the driver's seat for the remainder of this game. You just got to play sound hockey.
Collins coming back to get this puck laid off by Bobby Z. And they're starting to push here as he moves it over to Evangelista on the left side. Evangelista pushing it into the Central Michigan territory, and he's able to do so successfully. He stops and looks for a pass here, finds Collins by the blue line. Collins looking for the shot. Collins with the shot, and it just gets covered up by the Central Michigan goaltender.
That's a quick 30 seconds going on this West Virginia power play. They've got to, you got to win this face-off right here, and don't just immediately look for the shot. Start cycling. Find that one-timer. Catch them off guard. Someone's always going to be open. You have a man advantage.
West Virginia with the win on that face-off. Lane putting up a big face-off day there, winning most of the ones he's been put up to. West Virginia trying to find that centering pass, but they're cut off quickly and covered by the goalie.
Yeah, Central Michigan's goalie, anytime that puck gets in his general vicinity, he pops that trapper down on top of it and he'll hold for a draw. West Virginia going to bring out Lane, Delaney, Shepard, Sable, and Forsyth here. That's a really, really good group. This was the group that I liked more the last power play. A lot of good shooters on this line.
West Virginia trying for the quick shot off the face-off win, and it's met over on the right side by Lane. Lane here trying to look for a pass in the slot. He tries to switch at the sides to Delaney, but it's cut off by a Central Michigan defender. Forsyth here trying to find an outlet pass, but he's cut off quickly by another Central Michigan defender who sends it all the way back towards Bobby Z. Delaney slowly getting to the puck, and he's met by a Central Michigan attacker who quickly takes it from him, but he's met by 3 West Virginia defenders, and it's quickly taken back. Forsyth looking for the outlet pass here. He finds Sabul over on the other side, who finds Lane. Lane's looking for the shot, and Lane just puts it wide. Great blocker save by the Central Michigan goaltender.
Well, that's a great feed from Shepard there. Almost led to a West Virginia goal.
Shepard here still with the puck, moving it back around the Central Michigan goaltender. Delaney gets a little tripped up there, but nothing from the referees. Shepard tries to find Delaney, and it's cut off quickly. Shepard gets the puck back again, finds Delaney. Delaney wants to move it over to Sabul, but Delaney takes a shot himself, and it just goes wide. And Lane still finds it as West Virginia keeps the puck in Central Michigan's territory. 3 seconds left on that power play. West Virginia trying to get a puck in on the net, but it just gets stopped and pushed back out towards center ice.
That was almost dangerous from Central Michigan. I don't know if you caught what they were trying to do, but they were trying to hit that man coming right out of the penalty box on a breakaway, and it just quite didn't work out for him. But if it had, that's a dangerous chance for Central Michigan.
Hoffnagel there with the great hustle to keep the puck back behind Central Michigan's goaltender. Still with the puck, trying to find an outlet pass. He needs some help there, trying to find a West Virginia teammate. Central Michigan clears their zone now, moving into central ice, where they are met by Beal, and it flicks right over him towards Collins. Collins tries to meet that player over there on the wall, and it's just put in the middle by a Central Michigan player, and that is played out of play.
I think I just saw my life flash before my eyes on that one. That one was screaming right at me.
Yeah,
glad I got this nice net right here.
Yeah, no net, and that's coming right at us.
I mean, I guess I really didn't like my teeth that much. It'd be okay, right? Slurp some peaches through a straw. Old man on the back porch.
West Virginia Mountaineers with the win on the faceoff, pushes it towards Beal, and now Sabul is able to get it out and up behind the goaltender for Central Michigan. Central Michigan moving it out now into center ice, trying to push it into the Mountaineer territory. They're able to do so. They try to find the cross-ice pass, and it's batted down by Collins and out towards the ice. Not quite sure what the refs want there, but they have a stoppage of play, thinking that Collins caught the puck, but that was as little of a catch as I've ever seen.
Yeah, it could have just been maybe a high stick, a hand pass. I'm not sure what they blew it for. It wasn't a penalty, whatever it was. It was, something like that, like a high stick hand pass, offside, something of that nature. Not sure. I didn't catch what happened, but whatever reason we had a face off, no harm, no foul.
West Virginia having a strong little push here in the Central Michigan territory. Sabul here meeting the puck all the way in the far left side. Sabul in front of the net and tries to put one on, but it just goes wide.
Johnny Sable, man, he's always in position for a good play.
Sable. Guess the pronunciation means a lot here in this field of work. Beal here meeting the puck back behind Bobby Z, but the refs call an icing.
At West Virginia, they've really had Central Michigan on their heels since they scored that tying goal, and that's exactly where you want to be. There's still a lot of time left in this game, but if you get one more, Central Michigan's going to start to panic. They went from being up one to start this frame, and all of a sudden they're down one.
2-2 West Virginia tie here in Morgantown. 12:40 left to play as Central Michigan moves it through center ice. Central Michigan on a dangerous attack now. They try for the shot, but it's quickly stopped, and Central Michigan finds it on the other side of the ice, and they put it in for a weak side goal.
That's a well-placed shot. Right upstairs, up over the shoulders of Bobby Z. He did everything he could, sprawled across that net mouth. If he'd gotten a piece of that, we're looking at a Save of the Year candidate. But in the end, a well-placed shot from Central Michigan. They're back up by one. But if you're West Virginia, you can't forget what you've done for these last 7.5 minutes. You've been outplaying them. Get back to that. It'll come. You'll tie it back up.
Big break there for Central Michigan as they get a very lucky deflection and a very beautiful shot on the goal. West Virginia winning that face-off and bringing it back towards Bobby Z as they control possession. Forsyth tries to bring it down and keep the possession here as he moves it over to Brennan. Brennan pushing it up now and trying to find Evangelista on the other side. He almost finds him, but instead the refs will call on icing because he cannot get there first. Like I said earlier, tough play there for the Mountaineers. Great save by Bobby Z. Not even Bobby Z. It was a good couple defenders getting in front of the shot, and the deflection just came right towards the other side of the ice, and Central Michigan's player was there and put a great shot on net for the leading goal. Delaney in for the face-off for the Mountaineers. Central Michigan with a quick win and quick shot, but it just goes off. Chillo trying to get that puck out to Brennan. He's able to do so. Brennan trying to find Delaney, but Central Michigan cuts it off. Chilla here trying to put the pressure on. He's unable to get it out, but Central Michigan tries for the shot, and that's a good save by Bobby Z. Evangelista here pushing through center ice, getting it into the Central Michigan territory. Drops it off to Delaney, who looks for the shot and then just goes out wide for the save for Central Michigan's goaltender. Collins here meeting the puck in center ice. Collins here on the left side of Central Michigan's territory, dropping it back behind the goaltender. Brennan here trying to cut off that puck from getting out. He's able to do so, and he tries to put the pass in the middle. He finds Evangelista, who then shoots, and it's a great save by the Central Michigan goaltender there. Great shot by Evangelista, almost goes in. West Virginia is still in dangerous territory here. Collins with the shot from the blue line, and it's grabbed out of the air by the Central Michigan goaltender.
Yeah, that puck, the shot from Evangelista, popped right out to Delaney in the slot, and he just couldn't get wood on it. If he puts anything on that puck, it's back tied at threes.
Central Michigan here with the puck in their end, being pressured by Lane right now. Shepard there with the pressure, but is unable to keep it in their zone as Beal has to come back and gather the puck behind Bobby Z. Beal gets there first before the Central Michigan player. Dishes it off over to Shepard, who then puts it right back on Beal's stick. Beal then works it back around towards Hogan, and he lets it go towards Shepard, who loses it to a Central Michigan player. Buckley getting a little ahead of himself there, turning around and seeing that the puck was stolen again.
Yeah, we're starting to see really the story of back-to-back games like this. It gets chippy. It gets rough. I mean, they've now played 5.5 periods against one another. These guys, at this point, you don't really like each other. And, you know, I've talked to Max a few times up here on broadcast. That sometimes you do like the guys at this point. You know, you're joking around. You're friendly with one another. And other times you just don't like them. These two teams seem like they do not like each other at all.
Collins there bringing the puck down from out of the air. Does it very routinely there. Great technique. Collins here with the puck right in front of us, back behind Bobby Z. Little pressure from Central Michigan. Collins bringing out the puck in the central ice here. He's a great attacker with the puck. Keeps it at the puck, and it's not easy to take it from him. Collins dishing it back to Evangelista behind the goal. Evangelista lays it off for Delaney in the centering pass was not able to get there, but Forsyth tries to keep it in and he's able to do so. Great hustle there by Delaney, who keeps it in the zone of Central Michigan, and it looks like Delaney wants a fight here with the Central Michigan player. The referee looks to have let that go, and Delaney is coming out with a lot of heat right now. That will be a dead puck after Delaney hits a player, and he seems to be down and hurt.
Yeah, it's not an illegal hit, but it is a scary hit. He came across there and was just looking to take a man out and caught him. I mean, it was kneecap, right on kneecap. And I can tell you from experience, anytime you get hit like that, it doesn't matter if you're playing football, soccer, hockey, baseball even, if you get hit knee to knee with two people going at full speed, it hurts. And you're seeing the results of that right now.
Delaney taking a hack at one of the Central Michigan players' feet on the other side, right in front of a referee, and they didn't look to have called it. Interesting no call there by the referees.
I think the referees have kind of accepted the fact that this game's about to get really chippy, and they're going to wait to see if it gets out of hand, and if it does, then they're really going to crack down on the penalties. And we're going to say it even strength there. There's still a lot of chirping going on down here on the ice.
Referees trying to discuss with each other. I feel like they're done now, but
now there's a Chippewas or a Mountaineer penalty up on the board.
Interesting. I think they might. No, Delaney's hanging around that sin bin over there. I'm not sure what he's doing.
And Delaney's going in for a couple. So we got a power play coming up here for the Chippewas.
I'm sorry, but if they call it on that hack on the opposite side, that's a very stupid penalty for the Mountaineers there. Central Michigan looking for the shot in the deflection, but it's unable to be on goal. Scrum on the boards here right in front of us. Beal trying to keep it out for the West Virginia Mountaineers. Central Michigan crosses the ice, and a nice, great save by Bobby Z on the glove.
That's got to be one-timed if you're Central Michigan. You one-time that. It's a fantastic pass right through everybody. You're standing by yourself on the back door. You one-time that. It's a 2-goal game and probably game over for Central Michigan. And instead it's held, and Bobby Z is able to get over there and make the save.
Central Michigan in West Virginia's territory now. Buckley quickly comes over, cuts it off, and sends it back into center ice. Central Michigan regroups now back towards their goal, trying to find a good outlet pass here. They find one, and it's found in the middle, but they're unable to complete the pass, and Collins meets it there, and it goes out for a
squirrel bomb.
Shout out to Max Hedges.
He's on Tinder, ladies. Called himself a dyslexic baby giraffe, but don't worry, he's single.
Quite the bio.
Yeah, it is. I think he's on Bumble too. Like he's out there all over the place. You want to find Max, ladies? You got options.
Collins tries sending it out, but it's caught by a Central Michigan defender, and Collins quickly gets it back. Sends it up the ice towards Brennan, who finds it at the blue line and is unable to control and get over into Central Michigan's territory. Forsyth here trying to cut off this Central Michigan
What a
attack.
play.
And that was a great play by Forsyth, who cuts it off, but Buckley goes for the player instead of the puck, and they lose it right away, and that's a shot on towards Bobby Z, who grabs it out of the air.
Yeah, Isaiah Forsyth, he just saved a goal. Without a doubt in my mind, he just saved a goal. That would have been a 2-on-0 breakaway for Central Michigan, and Forsyth lays out and makes a fantastic play. Not only does he manage to stop the breakaway, but he gets nothing but puck and makes sure it's a clean play.
Lane here for the face-off for the Mountaineers. He's able to win it and get it up to Sable, who then sends it all the way towards Central Michigan's goaltender. Sable lays it off for his defender, and he's pressured by Lane. I believe that is up there. Yes, it is. Lane tries to get back and put more pressure on back here, but he switches off with Chilla, who puts the pressure on. Central Michigan tries for the shot, and they get a very lucky deflection goal right in front of Bobby Z.
You know, some goals are pretty. You have the snipes, the breakaways, the dangles, and some goals are greasy, they're grimy, and that was one of those right there. 2 separate deflections pinballing that puck around in front, and it just goes by Bobby Z. You can't fault the goalie on that. I mean, that puck was bouncing all over the place and found its way home. It's a slimy one, but it counts.
Tough break for the Mountaineers as they find themselves 2 goals behind of Central Michigan here, 4-2, 7:58 left to play in this third period. Here we are at center ice for the Delaney face-off. Delaney on the face-off loss as Central Michigan brings it back into their territory to try to find some good outlet passes. Evangelista picks it off in center ice, puts it in Central Michigan's territory, but it's quickly cut off and sent all the way back towards Chilla. Chilla then moves it to Brennan, who then pushes through to the center Michigan territory. It takes a shot and just pushed wide. Beal here with the puck is met by a Central Michigan attacker. Chilla's able to get there first. Chilla goes for the player, but is able to win the puck instead. Beal here meeting the player. The player tries to put it into the slot in front of Bobby Z, and Bobby Z has a great save on the patter. Chilla moves it back around behind Bobby Z towards Beal. Beal then puts it up towards Evangelista, who misses the puck, and it goes all the way back towards Central Michigan. Brennan here with the cutoff in the central ice. Looking for a good breakaway here. Brennan with the shot, and the shot is saved and grabbed by the Central Michigan goaltender.
Yeah, I mean, that line right there, they're still generating chances, but you got to be thinking you probably want to score one in the next couple minutes here if you're West Virginia. You don't want to wait too late. The offense hasn't been producing the way it was yesterday. You probably want one before the 5-minute mark so you can start thinking about evening this game up.
Central Michigan here with the puck in their end. They wrap it around back behind their goaltender and meet it on the other side. Collins here with the puck at the blue line, tries for a shot, and it's cut off quickly by the Central Michigan defender. Bellamore here tries for the pressure up on the boards and quickly loses it to Central Michigan again. Sable tries to keep it in. He's able to do so and drops it off to Collins, who barely keeps it in, but Central Michigan is able to find their outlet pass, and they are in now for a dangerous play. Collins tries to meet the puck back behind, and great save there by Bobby Z, who tries to find his player out wide, but instead it finds the Central Michigan player right in front of him. Bellamore here trying to push it up into the territory of Central Michigan, but he's met by a big hit from Central Michigan. West Virginia still with the puck here back behind Central Michigan's goal. He tries to center the pass, but it's up in the air right now without any team gaining possession yet.
Sable just tried to score while he was sitting down. It almost worked, too. Central Michigan's netminder has it covered up, though. Still got 5:53 to go here in the third. That's more than enough time, but you got to be starting to push real hard here if you're West Virginia. You're down by a pair.
.554 here left in this 4-2 game for Central Michigan, as Buckley is in for the faceoff for West Virginia. He's able to win it and send it back towards Beal, who then puts it all the way in the far left corner for Lane. Lane then switches it back around over towards Shepard, who gathers it, but Central Michigan is able to steal the puck. Central Michigan now here working the puck through center ice. They push it all the way back towards behind Bobby Z, and the refs call for an icing.
That was a weird icing call. The ref was like, I'm going to call it, and then the Mountaineers touched up, and then he put his arm down. He's like, I'm not going to call it, and then everyone stopped. He's like, okay, I'll call it. I'll call it.
Pretty confusing.
All right, okay. I'll blow the whistle.
Central Michigan trying to work this puck out of their zone. They're able to find that outlet pass and move it into the center ice. Lane quickly cuts it off and gets it back towards Beal, who then picks it up at the center line and pushes it now in Central Michigan's territory, and it's cut off and sent back towards Bobby Z. Chilla here with the puck and moves it out towards Lane on the left side of the Mountaineer territory. Lane finds Chilla back on the opposite side of the ice. Chilla finds Shepard here, who then switches it over towards Beal. Beal moving across the half line and puts it right into Central Michigan's territory. Beal still with the puck, but he's being held down, it looks like, by a Central Michigan player, but no call there, clean play. Brennan tries to dip it back into Central Michigan's territory. It's quickly cut off by a quick, nice move from Central Michigan. Still almost with the puck and almost gets around 3 or 4 West Virginia players. Buckley here met at the center line with a big hit. Puck ends up in Collins' stick, and he tries to find Evangelista, who is unable to control the pass. Forsyth here meets the puck at blue line and tries to fit a shot. West Virginia tried to find Evangelista in the slot, but he's unable to get a stick on it. Collins here by the blue line looking for the shot at the top of the slot, and it's unable to get on there as the Central Michigan goalkeeper puts it wide. Central Michigan pushing up here for a 1v2 breakaway in favor of West Virginia. West Virginia gets a good little defensive play there as Collins tries to bring it out of their zone. Collins here passing the midline, almost finds Evangelista, instead decides to keep it himself and crosses into Central Michigan's territory. He tries to put a shot on net, and it's grabbed by Central Michigan.
Watch out. Forsyth, 58 in gold, and 25 on Central Michigan. They're slashing each other. They're grabbing each other. They tackled each other at the blue line. And the refs are letting it go right now because it's on both sides. I mean, you can send them both to the box, but what's the point? It's just 2 minutes for each player, and it's nonstop right now. And you almost have to think that something's going to have to be called for it to stop. But I understand why they're not calling it.
West Virginia brings it down to the ice right by the blue line, tries for the shot, and it's saved by a defender. Beal here from the blue line puts it on goal, and it's unable to be deflected by anybody and put on net. Sable tries for the effort to keep it in, but is unable to do so, and Central Michigan switches it back down behind Bobby Z, where Chilla meets it with a Central Michigan player. 3.5 minutes left in this period. West Virginia down 4-2 with the puck in their end, and they're trying to clear it out. Forsyth here is trying his best to work this puck off the boards, but Central Michigan still comes up with it. Central Michigan here with a little bit of time at the blue line. They put one towards the goal, and it just gets deflected up into Bobby Z's glove.
And now you're down to 3 minutes if you're West Virginia. You want to break it down, you need a goal every 90 seconds. So having defensive zone draws isn't the best place to be at right now. The question starts to come in. I know West Virginia's like to get a little aggressive with the goalie pulls, so we'll see when they want to pull Bobby Z in this one.
Buckley here trying to fight on the boards with Forsyth, trying to take that puck back from the Central Michigan. Collins here with the puck, wrapping it around in front of Bobby Z. A little bit of a dangerous play there. He puts it up to Shepard's stick, and Shepard finds then Buckley in the middle. Buckley pushing into a dangerous territory, and he looks for the shot, and it's grabbed out of the air by the Central Michigan goaltender.
You can hear Bobby Z there. He just called out to the coach. Asking if it was time for him to go. Coach says no, he stays in the pipes.
Central Michigan found themselves down 4-2 with 5-3 actually with a few minutes left in the game yesterday, but they were able to put one in and attest the lead of the Mountaineers. As the Mountaineers, beautiful hit here right in front of Bobby Z, and it stops that Central
just laid him
attack.
out.
Beal here trying to get this puck out, but he's unable to do so, and Central Michigan keeps it on Bobby Z's end of the ice. Forsyth here getting met by the Central Michigan player, and he's stuck with the ref in between there too. Central Michigan dropping it back behind Bobby Z again, and it's met there by Forsyth, who's being pressured by two attackers of Central Michigan. Shepard tries to get it out there, and it's flying up in the air. Forsyth doing whatever he can to get this puck on the ice. Central Michigan here in a little bit of a dangerous territory, but Buckley comes back and gets the great steal and pushes it right back into center ice. Central Michigan then sends it back to the other end so they can get a line change. Forsyth with the puck here getting pressured right away. Lane here with the puck, trying to find that outlet pass over towards Shepard, but Shepard's not in reach of it and turns around instead for the line change.
No, Shepard can't make that line change. There's an icing right there. And this is bad for West Virginia. You've had Central Michigan now sitting in your zone. West Virginia's smartly going to take the time out here. But Central Michigan, they just killed 2 minutes of hockey right there, just cycling around the West Virginia zone. And that's bad for two reasons. One, obviously, you're not going to score 200 feet from the goal, but you can't get Bobby Z to the bench because they're in your zone this whole time.
Tough break for the Mountaineers today. Might not be finding themselves coming out on top, but there's still plenty of time in this game for them to swack a couple two in there.
There we go. Mountaineers trailing by 2. You get 1:39 left here. If the Mountaineers win this draw, the second you have possession of that puck across the red line, Bobby Z's gone. But right now, you've got to win this draw, and they don't.
Central Michigan tries the shot from the blue line, and Bobby Z grabs it out of the air.
134, same story. Win the draw, get possession, move this puck. What Mountaineers able to get fresh legs on the ice now. They got Delaney, Evangelista, and Brennan out there. They've got the group they want. Now they got to make it work.
West Virginia here picking the puck up on the left side, trying to get it out of their zone, but Central Michigan quickly takes it and sends it back towards their defenders to take some time off the clock.
Now they're just going to rag this game out if they can.
Central Michigan then tipping it all the way up to their attackers who tip it in the West Virginia zone, and it gets quickly sent back out towards Brennan. Central Michigan goaltender puts it out towards the right side, and Brennan cuts it off quickly. Evangelista here with the puck, looking for a line pass, and he finds it. Collins then tries to drop it all the way towards the other side, towards Delaney, and Central Michigan's goaltender grabs it out of the air.
I'd assume that's Bobby Z's go time right there. Unless Coach told them they're not going to pull at all. If Bobby Z's not going out now, he's not coming out this game. And it doesn't look to me too much like he's going to be moving anytime soon. So
Buckley there with the face-off win, but Central Michigan's the first to it. Forsyth here back for the Mountaineers, coming back behind Bobby Z, and he's met quickly by a Central Michigan defender as he lays it off towards Collins. Collins pushing it through the center ice now, gets it across the Central Michigan's territory, but it's quickly sent all the way back towards Bobby Z again. Forsyth looking for the outlet pass here. He finds Sable over on the other side. Central Michigan now with a little breakaway here. 2-on-0 here for Central Michigan. They try to find a shot, and they almost get it up in the top right corner, but that's just over the left shoulder of Bobby Z and out of the net. Forsyth here with a little bit of time. Tries to find the push up there. I don't know why he doesn't find Buckley's stick, but instead finds a defender of Central Michigan's stick. Central Michigan trying to wind this clock down as we are about to be over. That is it today on the call of the West Virginia Mountaineers versus Central Michigan. West Virginia is unable to capitalize on this game as they lose 4-2 in this second game of the doubleheader. Again, I'm Chris Brightsmeter on call today alongside Quinn Kuski. We will see you when we see you. Thank you.